the biggest local governing body of Kerala. Around 40,000 people are living in this village, and most of them they are living with spices and with tourism. So we got two main attraction over here. One, we got a wildlife sanctuary, it's called Periyar Tiger Reserve, and then lot of spices. So Kerala is called the Spice Garden of India, and this place is called Spice Land of Kerala. So you are in the middle of spices. Actually, Munnar, it is very familiar for tea plantation, and Thekkady, the Periyar, is very familiar for spice plantations. But all the plantations are belongs to private people. There is no government sector for the spice plantation. Government sector is there for grading the spices. So after grading, they are conducting auction. So they are grading depending upon the size and depending upon the color. So after that, they do the auction. As a part of that auction, the price of spices in the market is going up and down every day. So most of the plantations, what they did is they grow all things together like a mixed crop. So if anything is going down, he can balance with the other stuff. And this property belongs to two families. This is the third generation they are running as a spice farm. And here they are not using any chemicals. It is entirely organic. So the production from here is very, very less comparing with the other plantation. For an example, from one cardamom plant, if they are not using any chemicals, they can harvest only 2 kilograms of dried cardamom in 1 year. But if they use chemicals, that too will turn into 8 or 10 kilograms. A huge difference. So the government of Kerala, they are supporting the people who they are running organic farms. They are providing a license to sell things directly through their own outlet. But the problem is most of the organic farms are very small area, like half acre, 1 acre, and this is nearly 10 acres. But still not enough production for selling for all. So here what they did is they formed a cooperative society. So nearly 20 family members, they joined together and they formed a cooperative society. They collect their products and keeping in one outlet and selling through that. So depending upon how much they are giving to the outlet, profit will be shared to all the farmers. And government is also very strict to maintain organic farms. They will come to each plantation every month. They check the soil. If they found any chemicals in any one of the members, they will cut the license. Not for that person, for the entire group. So it is very strict. And here in this 10 acres, they are not allowing all area for the visitors because of guides like me coming every day and plucking the leaves and spices, so it's not good for the production. So they kept a demonstration area nearly for 3 acres, and in that we can see what they are growing.
Yeah.
Okay, so first we can start with this plant. You can see one plant with a long stem, which looks similar like a bamboo, but it doesn't have any relation with the bamboo. Actually, it got a relation with the ginger and turmeric.
Yes.
Ginger and turmeric grows as a root under the ground, and here the roots are coming outside. From that it gets a flower and then the green color pods, and this is called cardamom.
Cardamom, yeah.
This is a cardamom plant. So cardamom, ginger, turmeric, all same family.
Except that the root here is outside.
Yeah, root here, the other two grows under the ground, and here it comes outside. So you can see the flower. So when the flower opens, within 5 hours, it has to be pollinated. Otherwise, it will fall down. And the pollinating agent of cardamom is honeybees.
Yes.
They do their job really good, so they won't allow the flower to fall.
So you have hives?
Some place they have, but we are very close with the forest land, so a lot of bees will be here from that area. And you can see a lot of pots, more than 50-60 numbers of pots, green color pots. All those are not ready at the same time. So for harvesting cardamom, there are some skilled women. They come, and when they touch with their finger, they can identify which one is ready and which is not ready. So they collect only the ripe one, and then they are not drying in the sunlight. They are drying in a big drying room or in an electric dryer, nearly 20 hours, up to 70 degrees Celsius. Then we get dried green color cardamom. If they dry in the sunlight, the shell color will change into yellow or brown. There is no market value for that one. The shell should be green. When you open the shell, the seeds, it should be black. That's the best.
Black cardamom.
Actually, black cardamom is a different plant.
Different plant.
Different plant.
Okay.
Black and green. The structure is similar, and it is black in color. That's why they call
Black
it as
on
black
the
cardamom.
outside.
Yes. That one is black on the outside, and here
Here's a
green.
bee. There's a bee.
Yeah, the bee is over there. There you can see.
They also sometimes self-pollinate, like, go to the...
No, it's naturally done. And most
Is
of
that
the
a-
spices, so for cardamom also there are some good qualities. Like if you eat one cardamom a day, you can keep the doctor away. Same like an apple. It will reduce high cholesterol.
I'm gonna start.
So you can eat the whole pot. Otherwise, take water, like 1 glass of water or 2 glass of water, 1 cardamom, crush it, put in that and boil for 5 minutes. If you want, you can add tea leaves, not powder and not milk, only tea leaves, and you can drink that one. That also helps to reduce high cholesterol.
So this is just to support.
Yeah, this is actually, it's if it's heavy rain or heavy wind, it moves down because it's not so strong. The stem is not so strong, so they're just providing some support like that.
So is this plant natural to this area?
Yes. Cardamom is native to Western Ghats.
Who discovered it?
Long years before, the history of plantation or spices is not started 100 or 1000 or 2000 years before. More than 5000 years before, they were cultivating spices over here. So that time it was not like a plantation, it's like a forest land. But the tribes and the villages, they were cultivating for Maharajas. I think you heard about pyramids.
Yeah.
Pyramids, they kept mummies. Mummies being wrapped with a particular cloth.
Yeah.
Before wrapping, they are dipping that cloth in a particular oil. The main ingredient of that oil was pepper oil and cardamom oil. I think mummification was done around 5000 years before. So during that period, only one place to grow pepper and cardamom in the world is this mountain range. So from that period, they know these are used for these kind of things, not only for cooking purpose. It got a quality for our health as well as a preservatives. Like that they were using that time.
So when you know that this plant has done its bit of?
Normally, average life of a plant is nearly 25 years.
Oh, okay.
So after an age of 20, the production will fall down.
You will see that.
So that time they remove the whole plant, and from the same group they will select the healthier younger one and replant in another place.
Okay.
And it will take nearly 2 years for the first production.
So this just keeps coming and coming.
Yes, it keeps coming. And you see, it's a root. So first they plant 1 or 2, and after 2 years it becomes like this, and then it starts the running shoots or the roots which is coming outside, and then the flowers, then the pods.
Yeah. It's like a bit like ginger. It comes pop.
Yes, exactly, like
pop.
that, the same. And the usage of cardamom, if it's gone high, like 4 or 5 numbers in a day, it can dehydrate our body. So all things, they got 2 parts. One is good and one is bad. So the negative part of this one is, if you use too much, it will dehydrate our body. So 1 or 2 in a day is really good. Okay.
I remember that.
And this plant required high altitude, more than 800 meters above the sea level. And in the summer, we need to irrigate minimum 10 times in a day. Then only it gives the production. And lot of shade. So a lot of trees on top of the plant act as a shade for the bottom.
Cool.
And mostly the dried stems or dried leaf, they cut and they put in the bottom. So it acts as a compost. And this is the 3rd most expensive spice in the world.
3rd most?
3rd most.
Saffron.
The first one is saffron. Second one is vanilla. And this is the 3rd one.
So this must be very labor intensive.
Yes.
This was
It's not native to here. It came from South America. I think during the spice trial, a lot of plants been introduced here, and a lot of things been gone from here also.
Okay. Yeah.
So the main harvesting of cacao is done in the month of December. So that's why you can see a lot of green, and some of them are turning into yellow, and some of them got some holes. It's done by the birds and squirrels. Actually, the beans are bitter, but the white flesh, which is very sweet.
Okay.
So they get the smell first.
Yeah.
So nearly 200 numbers of fruits they are getting from one tree, but after having to the squirrels and birds, half. But they can't do anything against them, because if you put net on the top, squirrels find the ground to reach on the tree.
Yes.
Okay. And from when they plant a small plant, they need to wait nearly for 5 years for the first production. And after that, up to 85 years, they can harvest from it.
You waited this long for this?
5 years. Most of the plants are like long-term investment, but you need to wait for a long time to get the first production. So most of the cocoa plants, when they reach up to an age of 10, they chop the top, so it won't grow tall. It spreads, and more branches and more production from it.
Okay, fascinating.
And in India, it's not that much easy to get good quality of chocolate because most of the Indians we like more sweet. So pure form of cocoa is bitter. So here they are adding only 30% or 50% of cocoa, and the rest will be sugar or any other flavors or something like that. But here they make some chocolate which contain nearly 70% of cocoa. So if you are getting some chocolate which contain minimum 70 or more than 70%, a small square every day is really good for our health.
Do you get that in India? Do they produce
Here
chocolate?
they produce. Yes.
Really?
Here at the end you can taste that chocolate. But the problem is when we start as a small square, it becomes like this.
Yeah, bar.
It's a big bar. So that makes the issue.
Yeah.
And after harvesting the outside husk, the shell portion we use to make compost. We dig the ground and putting all the stuff inside and keeping closed nearly for 41 days. And after that we are taking out, and that we use as an organic compost.
Okay. That's good. So everything is recycled
Everything
here.
is used.
That's good.
You smell this one? I will give it.
Yes.
Clove.
Close.
Yes.
Wow, I've never.
So this clove tree here and that one also clove. And clove are the flower buds, and it grows at the end of the branch. You see the young ones are coming. These ones. These are the small buds. And we need to wait until March, April to get as a matured bud. So in the beginning the color is green. When it is ready it will turn into light pink. Then we need to climb on the tree and by hand we are collecting this and then dry in the shade, not in the direct sunlight. We are drying in the shade, then we get brown colored clove. And for the young small plants, we put some paper or sack and then shaking the tree.
Wow.
It fall down and then they dry the same process. But if they dry in the sunlight, it dries very fastly. But the problem is around 50% of the oil will move out and it will turn into black.
Oh.
So the black cloves are not good for use. Brown ones are the best one for use.
Okay.
And from one tree, only 200 grams of dried clove in 1 year.
Wow.
Only
that's
200 grams. But you know, no need to use too much. It's very strong, and the dried form you can keep minimum 8 years. But you need to keep in an airtight container. If it is a glass bottle, that is the best way to store spices. Not in the refrigerator, in a dark place. And when they plant a young one,
Yeah.
they need to wait 10 years for the first production. And after that, up to 130 years, they can harvest from the seed. And it is widely used for making masala. You know, masala is a blend of spices, so
Yeah.
for making masala. And for baking purpose also we use. And it is widely used as a medicine for toothache.
Yes.
It's a good antiseptic.
Yes.
And in our home, for avoiding mosquitoes,
Yeah.
we are taking lemon or lime, slice into two, stick 6 or 7 numbers of dried clove, keep in the room, no mosquito.
Okay. We'll
You
do
can try that one.
Yeah, we should do
So
that.
instead of using chemicals, definitely works much better than chemicals, and it lasts nearly for 24 hours.
Wow.
And it gives a good aroma also.
Yeah, yeah. Coming to think of it now, you just had a leaf that that smelled clovish,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So then this plant, the leaves also could be used.
No,
No.
it doesn't have the oil in it.
So it doesn't flavor anything.
No, just it gives a smell when it is fresh.
Okay.
And even for cooking also we won't use. But big companies who they make masala powders, they need clove. So instead of clove, what they do is they collect the leaf. Leaf is very cheap. If you want to buy clove, you need to pay organic clove, which is more than 4,000 rupees a kilo. So instead of that one, they are adding this kind of leaf, which will cost only 40 rupees kilo, and they are getting the same profit. And they are selling. They're telling they are adding clove in it. So it's a big business, you know. Same. I think if you did you pass Kumali town?
Yeah.
We went through the town.
Yeah. So I think you saw a lot of spice shops,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
and thousands of people are going there and they are buying, but no local people go into that shop for buying things, because one of the things is it is not that much hygienic because it's an open area,
Yeah.
and the other thing is the organic stuffs they can't sell for a lower margin.
Yeah.
And most of the Indians, whenever they are going for buying anything, first they look the price, they won't look the quality. So all the things will be it's non-organic, rather than, especially when they are somebody is going to a spice shop, first they will ask the price for black pepper or cardamom. So black pepper, if they tell a high price, they won't buy. So they will tell a normal price which is affordable for the local or the tourists. So what they do is they blend papaya seeds.
Oh.
You know, papaya seeds look like pepper.
Yes.
And the speciality of black pepper is whatever you are blending with the black pepper for 1 week, the other thing will catch the flavor and taste of black pepper.
Yes.
Oh wow.
So they're sitting in the same pot.
Yeah.
So they're thinning
So-
thinning it down.
Yeah, so even if you're taking the papaya seeds from that sack, if you get a bite, you will get the same taste and flavor of pepper.
Yes.
So like that they're doing.
Big.
So most of the people here, they have their own plants in their house, in and around their house. So they collect their own spices.
Okay. And they have to wait how long for the plant you said to give its
This one 10 years. So once I plant, and next for the next generation, they can use that one.
Oh, good.
Yes.
All they have to do is to be in an area here.
Yes. Completely. And you know these fruits,
Is that no?
Lychee.
lychee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can see the
Okay.
color changes. If the fruit bats allows, then the farmers they will get something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they normally it get as a fruit in the month of December. That time it becomes reddish color. And lychee is not an Indian fruit. It came from other Asian countries. The leaves are just similar to the leaf of mango.
So the soil here,
Yep.
you do anything to the soil?
We add something which is cattle dung, cow dung,
Yeah.
and then neem cake. You know neem tree.
Neem tree, yeah.
Neem cake is a good fertilizer,
Yeah.
and then calcium stone.
Okay.
So it depends. So if they want any help, they can call to the agriculture department from the government. They will come, they will check the soil, and they will tell what to add.
Okay.
And organic things will be supplied from their side for half amount. Half will be carried by the government, half they need to pay.
Oh, okay.
Like that they do. And mostly they use cattle dung.
Right.
And especially there are a lot of insects. You know the stem. There are stem eatings, especially the snails.
Yeah.
For avoiding snails, they mix vinegar, neem oil, and tobacco water. You know, tobacco water, how they make? They collect the leaf of tobacco, soaking in a big pot nearly for 21 days. After that, they filter that, and 3 liquids in equal proportion spraying to the plants to avoid the insects. And in that, if they need, they can add garlic water also.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
We're doing that.
Yes.
Okay. Garlic water, oil.
And this one is chicus.
Oh yes.
Chicus we get in
What-
March, April. Sapota, sapodilla or mud apple. And kids they like it because we make some shake with
Yes,
this one,
okay,
milkshake.
yeah.
It's very sweet.
Otherwise very sweet, yes.
Yeah,
The fruit itself is very
it's very sweet. Rambutan.
Okay.
Rambutan.
Yeah, this is Asian fruit.
Yeah,
It looks like a lychee, see correct?
it's the inside structure is similar to lychee, but
Sourish?
but it
Sourish?
is much sweeter than lychee.
Is it?
Yeah,
I don't really go to buy them, but I've seen them.
it's
Rambutan.
yeah, it's good in taste. It's much sweeter than lychees.
Okay.
You see, all these things are done by the bats.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's the trouble. This is not what they call dragon fruit, is it?
No.
Dragon fruit is a different one.
Different.
Dragon fruit, actually, the plant
Dragon-
look like a cactus.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes, nutmeg
Mace.
and nutmegs.
Mace and nutmeg.
Yes, 2 spice from 1 fruit.
Wow, God, you're so good.
Mace
Wow.
and nutmeg.
Like this, so you got a space like that.
Yeah.
So when the fruit is ready, it splits, and both will fall down. So no need to climb this tree for harvesting this stuff. And then we separate both, and then drying in the sunlight nearly for a week, and then it's ready for cooking
So
purpose.
this one becomes brown.
And sometimes, yeah, sometimes you can, you can find as a reddish one, and sometimes orange or yellow.
Okay. Yeah, I think brownish.
Not exactly brownish. It's a bit orange color or something.
Okay.
And the maize is very strong, so that we use for like baking purpose and for making rice, biryani rice, fried rice, pulao.
From maize.
From the maize, we add that one, which gives good flavor. And the other thing is, when we are making that biryani, we are adding a lot of buttermilk or a ghee. So that is not that much good for our stomach. It makes a lot of digestion problems. That's why we are adding maize while making biryani rice. So if you got any digestion problems, take a small piece of the dried maize, eat it. It helps to get good digestion. And the nutmeg, so with the shell, you can see that this one is a shell. You need to break the shell to get the nutmeg. And it is also used for making different kinds of masala, baking, mashed potatoes, in rice puddings. We are adding this nutmeg. And if anybody is suffering with the gas problems, take the nutmeg, grate it, 1 or 2 pinch in a teaspoon of honey, have it, gas will come in both directions. But it gives better result than taking any other
Oh
tablets.
wow.
So after having this one, don't go to the public. You will be noted. And I think nowadays a lot of people are suffering with sleeping issues.
Yeah.
This is the best remedy for that, nutmeg. 1 glass of warm milk, 1 or 2 pinch of nutmeg powder in it. Have it, you will get a good sleep without any disturbance.
Nutmeg.
Nutmeg, milk,
Nutmeg.
sleep. But the regular usage or too much of usage of nutmeg act as a drug, and it can reduce our memory slowly. So don't use every day and don't use too much. If you are using as a medicine, once or twice in a week is enough, even for gas or even for sleeping. And when you are taking, don't take too much, just 1 or 2 pinch, that is enough. And I think you heard about Coca-Cola and the issues behind Coca-Cola, because it makes people addictive. So a lot of people, they say is they are adding some drug in it, and after that they are forced to announce the ingredient what they are adding for making that product. One of the ingredient was the extract of nutmeg, which makes people addictive. Still they are using that one. Yeah. So nutmeg got a big disadvantage like that, but don't worry, I will give you another thing for getting good memory. Okay.
Yeah.
And nutmeg you can find in 3 forms. One like a powder form, and then without shell, and like this with the shell. Powder lasts only for 6 months. Without shell, 1 year. But when you're buying with the shell, minimum 10 years. Now this is very hard. After drying, the inside portion will shrink and the shell becomes thin. So take a knife, knock on the top, it breaks, and then you can use the nutmeg for 1 year. So whenever you are buying, just try to buy with the shell. Yes. And this fruit portion we used to make some pickles. Same like mango pickle, lemon pickle, we make nutmeg pickle with the help of this fruit.
So what?
We just peel the skin and then chopping into small pieces and then making the pickles.
Wow.
But it's really not that much easy to prepare, so mostly when it fall down, they left over there and it goes as a compost.
Okay.
Smell this one.
Cinnamon?
No. You can feel the smell of cinnamon, but it is not cinnamon. You can feel the smell of clove, cardamom, nutmeg and pepper, all in one.
Yeah.
So we call this one allspice.
Oh, is this the one?
Yeah, this is allspice. So allspice is not a blend of spices. Naturally, it is one plant.
Wow.
So this is the tree, and from this tree we are getting some berries, which will be in the month of May. And the berries look like pepper, but bigger than pepper, brown in color. That we collect and then drying, especially for making garam masala. We use this allspice. And the problem is, from one tree we can harvest only 50 grams of dried allspice in 1 year.
This whole tree.
Yeah, from this whole tree only 50 grams. It looks bigger, but it is not that, it doesn't have that much of weight, like even like the pepper. So they require a lot. So here what we do is, each house they got 1 or 2 plants like this. So we use the fresh leaf of this one for cooking purpose. Especially for non-veg cooking, we are collecting the fresh leaf, washing in the water and crushing, and in the beginning of cooking we are adding that in the oil.
Okay.
So the oil will absorb all the flavors.
Okay.
And this is not an Indian plant. It came from Jamaica.
Really?
Yes. So they call it as Jamaican pepper.
Okay.
Because it looked like pepper and it came from Jamaica, so they call it as Jamaican pepper. And it doesn't have any medicinal value, only for flavoring, not for the taste, only for flavoring the food, they are using this allspice. Most of the people, they think allspice means it's a mixture of different spices, but it's one plant.
Beautiful. Would have never known this. Like I always thought allspice was
It's a plant.
spices, yeah.
And this tree also produce a fruit that we call Malabar tamarind or kokum.
Okay, yes.
Kokum,
Yes.
which is used for making fish curry.
Eva. Oh, sorry.
I
I was telling you about kokum and that red berry, not red berry, it's actually
look like a black stuff.
Yeah.
When it is as a fruit, it look like an orange color, and when it's ready to turn into yellow, then we collect and separating the seed from it, and then we hang on the top, and in the bottom we put some fire, and with the smoke we dry. That is nearly for 2 weeks, and then that we can keep more than 10 years, and it's only used for making Kerala fish curry, which gives a smoky flavor for the fish curry. This you can bite.
Okay. It's got a bite. Is this what you use this in pulaus or something? Or
Yeah.
you use
No, bay
the
leaf.
bay
Ah.
leaf. In German
leaf.
it's called Lorbeer. That's why I
Lorbeer.
couldn't get
Yeah.
the name for it. Because we grow this in Austria as well.
Mhm.
And the funny thing is you have this as a plant that you can use as a hedging,
Okay.
as well as you can use it to cook.
Cook. And do you know what is actual bay leaf is?
No?
Cinnamon leaf.
Okay.
This is cinnamon.
Oh.
This is cinnamon tree, and the leaf of cinnamon we use as bay leaf.
Tell me
That's
some.
why they
I'm
peel
gonna
the
tell
bark.
my friend who's got them.
Carl has it growing in his place, Lorbeer, bay leaf.
Okay, my friend has a tree.
Uh-huh.
And she's Linda, I don't need them. You can have the leaves. And I'm
Actually-
only collecting the leaves.
Yeah, actually, cinnamon got two varieties. The other one is wild cinnamon. That bark is not good for use. Only the leaf is used.
So only the one that is from a bay leaf.
Yeah. So
The other one.
the other one is other one leaf you can use.
Okay.
Leaf you can use for cooking, but we can't take the bark. That won't give any smell or taste of cinnamon. So this is the actual cinnamon tree, and we take the bark of the tree as a spice. Two kind of cinnamon you can find. One like a flat stick and one like a roll.
Yeah.
Both are from the same. Flat is the outside bark of the tree, and roll is the inside bark of the tree. And both has different purpose. Outside one is very strong, so that we use for cooking, and the roll, which is really sweet, so that we use for baking purpose.
yeah,
That's
the
the difference.
quiz.
Yes. So when they plant a small one, they need to wait nearly for 15 years for peeling the outside bark. So we won't take a deeper cut, just an outer layer we peel. Within 1 year it will grow back. Same like rubber tree. And then we take from another area.
Okay.
But for taking the inner bark, we need to wait minimum 30 years. And then we cut the matured branch, so we won't kill the tree. So we cut the matured branch, and then we take the inner bark of the tree, which is really expensive than the outside one. Yeah. And average life of a cinnamon tree is 200 years. It grows as a big tall tree. And it is widely used for baking and for making different kinds of masalas, and it's really good for diabetes.
Okay.
And cinnamon tea is really good in the winter. It keeps your body warm. And while buying cinnamon, you need to be careful, because there is an imitation for cinnamon in the market. It is called cassia
Yeah.
or Chinese cinnamon, which look like cinnamon, smells like cinnamon, tastes like cinnamon. But the regular usage can bring lot of stomach problems and allergy. And the people they are selling cassia in the name of cinnamon, for a kilogram of cassia is below 500 rupees, but for a kilogram of actual cinnamon is more than 5,000 rupees. That makes a difference. To identify cassia and cinnamon, cinnamon roll look like a cigar with lot of layers, but the other one, only one roll, which is very thick, not easy to break with both hands. Most of the people, even in India also, they use the cassia instead of cinnamon. So whenever you are buying next time, you just try to check the roll, and each layer you can take separately. If you press with your finger, it becomes small pieces. Like that you can identify cinnamon and cassia.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And here papaya.
Yeah.
And now here is the rice. You can see our change. And we use papaya not only as a fruit, mostly we use as a vegetable also. We cook that one. Same like cabbage. We chop into small pieces and cooking with mustard seeds, onion, and turmeric. And then we eat as a side dish for the rice. And now you can see the pepper plants. You can see. So this is the reason all the Europeans, they came towards India to find the black gold. They call it as black gold.
Okay.
Now also you need to pay a good amount to get good quality of pepper.
Yes.
And you can see pepper is not a tree, it's a vine. It climbs in another trees.
Are you able to touch them?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, it's a wine.
It's a vine, but it is not a parasite.
Oh.
Just use the tree for climbing up. Smell that.
Oh gosh, so nice, fresh and strong.
Mm.
It's possible to eat it, or is
Yeah,
it?
if you have water, you can try.
Oh no. I mean, I'm used to spices, but I don't want myself getting knocked out.
So, 3 varieties of pepper: green, black, and white. All from the same.
Okay.
It depends upon what time we harvest and what process we do. Then
No
the color.
red.
Red is a different family.
Okay.
It is not pepper family. It is a plant or tree which grows in South America.
Right.
Same like papaya seed, they blend with the black pepper, and then the red will catch a flavor and taste of pepper. It's not a pepper family.
So this one has white.
White, black, and green. Green is the younger one. That one in the month of November. Now you saw when I press it broke.
Yes.
Dragon. So it's not a mature. So like that stage they collect, and first they're boiling and then drying in the dryer. Then they get dried green pepper. It's very young and we are boiling, so it is not spicy like black and white. It is very mild. And the second stage is black. So that one in the month of January, February. It becomes matured, but there won't be any change of color, remains green. We collect, keep in the sunlight for 1 week, turns into black, that is black pepper. That one is the strongest pepper. And the third is white. So for making white, we need to wait more until it becomes as a fruit. Then this green will turn into orange or red. That we collect. And first we keep in the boiled water for 30 seconds and then rolling through some rubber rollers. So while rolling, the skin will come soft and the inside portion is white. That they dry in the dryer. That is a dried white pepper. It is not so spicy like black because it becomes as a fruit, and then we remove the skin. So that one is medium. Black is strong, white is medium, and green is the milder one. And you can see pepper is a vine, but we can't grow as a vineyard. The reason is, you see the middle portion of the stem, it's like a male female like that, and the pollinating agent of pepper is raindrop.
Raindrops.
Raindrops. When the drop touch the leaf will touch the corn, and then the drop will fall from top to bottom, then the pollination is over.
Ah.
If it is a spreaded one, it won't get proper pollination. That's why it climbs up.
And what the tree?
It doesn't require a special kind of tree. Actually, this tree is called Paginalia. The speciality of this tree is it grows faster and it doesn't have any branches. So it's easy for pepper to climb up. But we require a support. So they are providing some rope around it, because if it's heavy rain or heavy wind, it can
Yeah,
fall down.
yeah. So the tree is able to take this plant with no contamination,
No.
nothing. And this is a special tree,
It's called Paginalia.
but is that the only tree that?
No, it grows in jackfruit trees, mango
okay,
trees. But
okay.
there, in some places, they use a kind of tree called coral tree, which got some spikes. So that spikes act as a grip for pepper to climb easily.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. Fascinating.
I didn't know it was a vine.
Okay. And you know, pepper is called the king of spices. Cardamom is the queen.
Is it?
Yes, queen means it gives a sweet aroma, so they call it as queen. And the reason why we call pepper as a king, all other spices, including white pepper and green pepper, they got an expiry date or expiry year. But for black pepper, no expiry date. Whenever we're keeping longer, it becomes stronger.
Ah.
That's why black pepper is called the king of spices.
Right.
Okay, please.
Beautiful.
Leaves are just similar like the leaf of cardamom, so definitely it's a family of cardamom. And then we get the roots,
Turmeric.
turmeric. This is we call wonder spice,
Right.
because from one spice they make different kinds of medicines, which is compulsory to use by human beings to survive nowadays. This is the best for memory.
That's what you were saying. I'll let you know. Another one.
Yeah, you know, I think you heard about a disease called Alzheimer's.
Yes. Yeah.
Alzheimer's patients are really less in India. The reason what they found is we use turmeric every day, which increase the number of memory cells, and it works properly. The brain will work properly. So you can see the plants here, just behind me also you can see. So when the root is ready, plant will die. That's why you can see the color changes.
I thought it was the weather.
No, it's when the root is getting ready. So the ripe roots are not yellow in color. You can see it's orange yellow. Then they dig the ground, collecting the fresh root, which is used for making different kinds of Ayurvedic medicines, and the dried one for keeping long time, and then for making powder also. And this is best for arthritis, for the joint pain, back pain. This is the best medicine. And you know, after the corona pandemic, the demand of turmeric is gone like a rocket.
Oh, that's
This
so.
is the best for immunity.
Oh.
You know, most of the people, they got coronavirus
Yes.
because of lack of immunity, immune system.
Okay.
This is the only one medicine
Wow.
for increasing your immunity, and it can prevent cancer. It won't remove your cancer, but definitely it can prevent cancer. And nowadays they are making medicine for psoriasis with the help of the skin allergies.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
For that they are making medicine with the help of this turmeric. And most of the people, they don't know how to use. Mostly they use with the cooking purpose or something. That also gives good, but the best way to use turmeric is take 1 glass of warm water, not hot and not cold. Warm water, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder and half a teaspoon of black pepper powder. Mix it, have it every day in the morning after breakfast. It's good for everything.
Oh, wow.
You can try that one. Within 10 days you will get relief. You can see the result from it.
Arthritis, you mean?
Yes, arthritis, you do every day. After 1 month you feel better from the arthritis.
So what proportion did you
Half
say?
teaspoon of both in 1 glass of warm water. Actually you can use turmeric alone also, but black pepper helps to reach this curcumin. There is an extract of turmeric to reach in all places. So the result will be 200 times more when it is blended with the black pepper. And you see, you can buy turmeric powder everywhere.
Yeah. What
it's,
about using this fresh one? Can
fresh
you
one
use-
also you can use. You need to peel the
Yes,
skin
skin.
and slice into small pieces. Keep in the vegetable salad nearly for 2 hours, and then have
Vegetable?
it. Vegetable salad
Ah,
in cut vegetables.
Yeah.
You can keep with that one, and just have it after 2 hours.
ah.
But you need to wash. You need to brush your teeth properly,
Yeah.
otherwise yellow
Yes,
teeth.
yes, yes.
Yeah. And you see, most of the people, when I'm telling, they are telling to me that they are using turmeric from long years, but they are not getting any result from that. The reason is there is an extract I told you, curcumin.
Yeah.
Curcumin gives all the health benefits. So taking 1 kilogram of curcumin, they require nearly 400 kilogram of turmeric. So after that, 399 kilogram of turmeric is good for nothing. So most of the companies, they are buying that one for zero cost, making the tablets and powder, and they sell in the name of turmeric tablets and turmeric powder. So if you use that one, no results. So when you are buying turmeric powder in a company sealed pack, just look the ingredient. One of the ingredients should be curcumin,
Okay.
like that. And when you're buying the powder, look the color. And when you drink this turmeric water, it's really good for your gums and teeth, and it makes proper blood circulation. You know, most of our disease is related with our blood circulation. Whenever the circulation is clear, you are healthy. So use turmeric more, live healthy. Okay.
Thank you.